Shalom Israel. Call Halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakah Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth and who rule well. And a sincere salutations to the house of David, you Akim pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth in all truth and all faith and in all sincereness, risking and putting your lives on the line daily for the names Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. It's Zechariah coming at you with another lesson. Lord's willing, it be edifying.
This convoy is all about freedom. It's not only with the truck drivers, it's actually for every single person. You, me, buddy down the road, it doesn't matter. It's all about your free choice. That's what it should be. Like I said, if you're vaccinated, cool. You did it, well, most people did it because of work, but you know, you should do it off of free will, off of your own choice.
Across the border, and it makes things tough, that's for sure. Even being around Ontario, things are difficult. You can't get food, you can't get water, you gotta have a mask. If you don't have your mask, you can't go into stores, you can't do anything, and just like things to be normal again.
Second Esdras chapter 15 and verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men. And what is sedition? Sedition is conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state. And the conduct of these truckers, of this freedom convoy, is doing just that. It's inciting people to stand up for their freedoms, and it is going directly against the authorities or the powers that be. So it reads, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. And are they not invading Canada? Are they not saying, forget what your rules and regulations say I have to be in order to enter Canada, I'm going to enter by force, despite what your mandates or soon to be laws say. You know, they invaded Canada so much that they had to hide the prime minister. They had to take him to a safe and secure location. He had to be relocated because of fear of this freedom convoy. Continuing on, it says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes." It says they shall not regard. Okay? They should not regard. They shall not consider or think of the authorities in a specified way. So they're looking at these authorities, okay, these cops, these, you know, prime ministers, these politicians. They're looking at them as regular people. Okay? Because they're angry. So they're not regarding their status. If I'm making any sense. Their anger has them, you know, regarding these people of authority as nothing. So it says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their hand. Meaning, they're going to do whatever they want to do. Just like in the footage that you're seeing in the background, their power stood in their hand. They had the power to run through a police barricade, and they chose to take advantage of that power and do just that. And there was nothing that these police officers could do. So as we can see, you know, these things right now are happening on a, you know, so-called low level. Because to most people, this is not a big deal. But this is prophecy. And it's prophesied that these actions that these truckers are taking, or this freedom convoy is taking, are going to increase. And more of the people are going to buck up and have no regards for authority. They have no regard for their presidents, their politicians, the police. Because the scripture says oppression makes a wise man mad. Okay, and these, these Edomites aren't used to being oppressed. You know, they have their constitution in their minds. They know their rights, and this is unconstitutional, the things that are being done in their country. And they're not going to stand for it. Thus, the division here in America, Babylon the Great, spiritually Egypt, spiritually Sodom, is going to continue to spread like a cancer. Because how can two walk together unless they be agreed? And we know what division brings to a kingdom or to an empire. This is Matthew chapter 12 and verse 25. And Yahushua, who you people ignorantly calls Jesus, knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, And every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. So it's inevitable, Mr. Anderson, that your kingdom is going to fall. All right. And it clearly identifies who the wicked is. Okay. Job 9:24 reads, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And when you read Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2, it reads, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. So the people are mourning, man. Due to these wicked, unrighteous decrees and mandates, the people are mourning, okay? Esau, Edom, is causing the whole world to mourn. And Esau, the wicked, is going to continue to put his foot or his knee on the people's neck until they can't take it any longer. And that's going to lead to Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2. All right. Let's get it. This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. And it reads, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right. So the Lord is stirring the pot here in America, Babylon the Great. All right. And he's about to turn, these Americans against these Americans, man. And it's about to be all out war. Okay. So, this is, these little skirmishes here and there are adding, to the pot. All right. So, stay tuned, keep watching, keep pushing, keep grinding. All right. We almost out of here. All right. Lord's willing, this was edifying. Shalom, Israel. Wa abad babal.